Here we have a 2022 Mercedes-Benz EQS 580 4MATIC. This one comes in the manufactured diamond white on black leather interior. And then our powertrain consists of 2 electric motors, 1 on each axle. And that gets us 516 horsepower, 631 pound-feet of torque. Coming around to the front end here, of course, we get daytime running lights along with LED headlamps. All that's going to be LED. The lights don't flash, that's just how the camera's picking it up. But really love how they did the design here. Everything on this just looks really premium, really sleek. And then coming around to the wheels here, these are going to be 21-inch aluminum wheels. Of course, you get passive keyless entry on all the doors. Then over here we have one-touch automatic up and down windows for all 4 doors. Rear window lock here, power mirror controls here, power fold there, blind spot monitors in them. We get a Burmeister sound system, memory seats, then we get 3-stage heated and cooled seats for the front. Power door lock controls are there. And then we can pop the boot back there. And I like how they did this door panel storage. It's actually very roomy in there. Headlamp controls, electronic parking brake. You just push that to engage, and then, or pull up to engage, and then hit the brake, press down, and disengage. And there's our front power driver seat. And all your controls for that are going to be right here on the door. Let's go ahead and hop in the back here. So very impressive legroom back here. I'm 6'3" and I have the seat in front of me adjusted for someone of my size, and plenty of space back here and very comfortable, especially with the pillows on the back of the seats. And we also get 3-stage heated seats back here too. Really, really impressive, and I love the ambient lighting throughout. And then down here we have our dual zone rear climate controls, and I have it locked up front. We can adjust our fan speed, what direction it's headed. We can turn the auto mode off, on and off, etc. And then AC vents are back here too. Middle seat folds down. Cup holders are right here. And we can just throw those back. But very, very comfortable seating back here. Even though the leather is firm, but still really nice. Let's see if I can get these lights. Come on. All right, so you just push button there. And you have 2 different lights. And you actually have that one there. Really, really nice if you're wanting to read a book while you're driving or something. Or while your chauffeur is driving, excuse me. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the back. There's our back in there. Of course, LED tail lights. They don't flash. And there's a look at the back there. I like we have a really deep pocket here to keep stuff from rolling around, and then a net as well. And then underneath here, chargers there. Let's take a look at this window sticker. So this comes in the exclusive trim. I forgot to mention that. Here are all of the options, and this one originally stickered at $138,465. So y'all can pause that wherever if you want to. Ready to get 340 miles on a charge. But just love the styling of this EQS. And there's your charge port there. A lot of information if you ever want to use it. And then of course you can just take that out for fast charging. And I like that it's just like a regular gas cap. And there's our front passenger seat, which is also going to be heated and cooled there. And there's the adjustability for the seat. And then the glove compartment, hit this button here. Owner's manuals are still in this one. And then there is the passenger screen there. When that's set up, you can use that for a little bit of stuff. But I'm not going to take a look in the engine bay with this one, as I'm pretty sure it's very complicated. But of course, you know, you can slide your hand across here and get the windshield wiper thing to open up. But let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So I don't have a lot of experience with these EQSs, so I'm gonna learn as I go along, driving different trims and whatnot. But with this exclusive trim, really just love how everything is. let's go to the screen here. So there's the hyper screen. Navigation is there. And really love just how clear and crisp the picture is. And then when I start it up, it kind of tells you, I think I actually hit this button here. There is a lot going on here, so bear with me. I don't know why, I guess it cut off because I got out of the car and left the key in, but see if I can get out of this thing. Home button, there we go. Okay, so the hyper screen, like really cool. Just kind of reacting with the screen itself. Of course, we can go to the home page and it leaves the nav up, and you hit it again, you could pull up the apps here, and then you can go ahead and take a look at that. Plenty to do. And then go into your comfort mode so you can turn the massage on, and then you can do it for either side. You have different kinds of massages as well. And then you can take a look at the seats itself, just the lumbar, just really, you can really get into stuff if you want to. Even with the ambient lighting, I can change the color, change how bright it is. Just so much you can do there. And then we do get Bluetooth audio, online music, USB, and I believe we get wireless CarPlay, Android Auto as well. If we don't, I'd be pretty disappointed for this price point. Not 100% on that, I should have checked. But we do get FM, XM radio. And then let's go to the climate. So what's interesting about this is you can set up your controls here. This is something that if you have one of these, you'll just have to get used to it. There's just too much going on here. So I thought I was gonna, I don't know what I thought I was gonna do. So you can set the AC on, you have eco modes for the AC, which is really nice. And then you can set direction, of course, sync, cut that off. And then you can even control the second row there. Thought I'd turn that off. And then you can set whether you want the auto mode on for them too. So just really, really down pat when it comes to what you can do and make sure everybody is as comfortable as can be. And then of course we can check out the air quality, edit departure times, all that. And then we can set our auto modes, so on and so forth. You can get really nitty gritty with this. I mean, like I said, you just have to get used to it. Then you have your drive modes. So you have an individual, you can set up a sport, a comfort, and then an eco mode. And then you can check out your charging maximum speed, how much battery you have, how many miles that translates to. Tells you about just everything. So very, very, it knows everything really. Heads up display, you can cut that on and off. Touch of a button, which is pretty neat. Active steering assist, you can turn that on. This massager is pretty nice. And then just a bunch of other stuff. I could mess with this all day. I'm going to get out of it. And there's our backup camera there. Guidelines, it turns, you turn the steering wheel. Front camera there. You have curbside cameras as well. And you can stow all of this. And I really like how they did this because there's just so much going on underneath this hiding space here. You have a charging pad, wireless charging pad, 2 USB-C inputs there, and then cup holders here. You can kind of push those out of the way if you want to. And then here is where we can pull up the camera on the fly. There's a 360 view there. Hit the EQ. You can look at everything that has to do with having an electric car basically. So charging, range, and then your consumption, and then your drive modes or your car settings are going to be here. So the heads-up display, the steering assist, you want to toggle certain things on and off, and then your drive modes you can just select from here. Push button start, and then I like that you have your radio controls here. There are actually 3 places to do the volume, so you have to adjust it first. So as I adjust it, I can adjust it here on the screen. I can mute there, and then I have that volume knob there, that mute knob there, and then I have the same over here. And then center console cubby space there, 2 USB-C ports, really deep pocket in here. And then we do have a nice dual pane panoramic sunroof there. Again, a little too fancy for me. It becomes hard to work. So you like push the button back for the sunshade, then you just slide it back to actually open the roof. But I will say that roof, I love that sound. Very nice sound there. And then I would expect the roof to go back a little bit more, but that's fine. So it kind of gets confusing there. And I like that these are soft touch here. You don't have to actually hit a button, and you can if you want to turn them all the way on. There's a view of the back from up here. But I mean, one thing I can say, as confusing as it is to operate this thing, just a really luxurious car. And I drove an EQS 450 Plus, and it didn't have the hybrid screen, augmented reality, all that. So this is even more confusing to work out. But all of your adaptive cruise controls are over here. And then you can set up your favorites here. And then, like I said, volume, up, down, Bluetooth here, voice recognition there, home button. That takes you to home there, and then you can scroll through the screen using these arrows here, and then the back button. And then there's that heads-up display. It doesn't do all those colors, it's just how the camera's picking it up. And I like how it's kind of just in my face no matter where I move. A lot of heads-up displays, if you like put your head down or whatever, all of a sudden you can't see it, but not with these. There are the front wipers there. Of course, you can turn your high beams on and flash them. And then over here, we have the shifter. Sorry for the glare, it's sun's starting to go down. So you pull down here for drive, and then tap up for reverse, and then you can just tap down from reverse a little bit to neutral, press P for park. Again, some of this, I'd say most of this stuff you just got to get used to. That's the only way to really get it down pat. There's our push button start, and then here